Dude, I snored myself awake with like 5 minutes left to go.
Damn.
Not even.
And you missed the big.
Oh, I missed tons.
Because
tons.
I called this shit last week, folks. We'll get to it, but I called this.
Oh, dude, I was so embarrassed walking out of that theater. God, I'm not kidding. I just oh, no. And there's people in front of me and people behind me that were just like, blah!
It's just an automatic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. My I don't have to run day. It's just an automatic Monday. I wish it was Sunday, 'cause that's my fun day. It's just an automatic Monday.
If you want to become a member, check out our website at deathcursesociety.com. Check out the membership section. You can do it for as little as the price of a cup of coffee once a month. We are actually coming to you live from the home of shitty Michigan internet. Ziggy's computer is streaming this one because I'm in the middle of what looks to be about 4 potential major storms, all converging like in my area. So
Crank is going to Oz tonight. We're going to see the whole fucking thing live. Uh-oh. Oh, shit. He might be gone, folks. Well, while we wait for him to catch up, I will bring to the stage See motherfucking Phase. What's going on, dude?
Hello, how's it going?
At least he looks happy. You know what I mean?
He does. He's real happy up there.
We can say things and he's like he's in on it. You know, he's yes. Oh yeah, he's out. He's totally out.
He's gone.
Phase and Lorena and BD Mags and Tyrone, our final girls and guys, our crazy Ralphs, Dr. Smiley, Rick and Raymond. Boy, I missed Raymond at Whorehound this weekend, man. This past weekend, you know, that was something, or 2 weeks ago now, or well, I guess it was just a week ago, a couple days. And then our regular counselors: 42nd Street, Pete, Corey, Luke, Dave from Michigan, Jim and Rachel, Stacy, Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, and that is, who is that? Kristen?
Yep, Kristen.
I can't even hardly read that. And JJ, not the JJ, but the JJ. Right. Thank you, guys. I don't have the applause, so we'll just give you some. Wait, I got you. I got you covered. Hold on a second.
You got one?
I got one for him. I did. Where is it at? There it is. Thank you, folks.
All right, let's move on to the next disappointment in our review.
Bobby Brown sing a song for this one too?
I don't know. Godzilla x Kong: The New Empire. I struggle to watch these movies in general. The first one, the first Kong, and even Kong Skull Island, solid. The first Godzilla,
King of Monsters?
In this one, King of Monsters, meh. The first Godzilla versus Kong, I did not give two shits about. I couldn't even care. It just bothered me. So I wasn't excited about this one at all. But we had to go see it. So, and again, I did not get to see this one a second time. I missed at least an hour.
No, you didn't.
Okay, I slept through an hour. Ziggy, those are my first impressions, basically. Go ahead.
What did I say last weekend? Does anybody remember?
No.
I said what we're going to see here is a tag team wrestling match, WWE style. What we got was a tag team wrestling match, WWE style. Actually, no, they kind of faced off against each other again, and after a misunderstanding, of course. And I almost got up and walked out when Godzilla suplexed fucking King Kong, dude.
Did that actually happen?
I was like, did he just suplex?
No way.
Oh, they went there, dude. But
Oh,
here's the
man.
thing. Here's the
I've heard
thing.
worse.
No, listen to me now. Yes, this is terrible. But if you're a fan of Godzilla and the like, and those old rubber suit type fucking movies, Godzilla Week when we were kids, this movie is for you. You're
Yeah.
gonna love it. You're gonna
Yeah.
be super entertained by it. Because honestly, even as silly as this was, I was entertained big time by the destruction.
Okay.
The mass destruction in this. They give you like where they've been kind of holding out the last couple of movies, and like, man, when is the city going down? They fucking break everything in this one, man. So it's that if you want that, you're gonna get big monster fighting. You got like 5 of these guys running around in this movie. We don't need to spoil that, but there's a villain kind of introduced here, and I don't know, man. They tie all these fucking movies together. These last, from that original Godzilla that we just got to the Kong, to the Skull Island, to Godzilla versus Kong, to this. It's all there, okay? Like I said, I don't even give a fuck about spoil. There's nothing to spoil here. It's big monsters fighting, okay? Another thing that killed me and made me want to leave, like King Kong gets his fucking hand injured. He gets it frostbitten, if you will, and they put a fucking bionic punch fucking glove on him, some power glove thing.
That's what I heard, and that's why I'm like, I'm not watching this shit. If they're gonna mech up Kong, I'm not. I'm out.
And they communicate. I don't know. Like I said, dude. I mean, if you're a fan of those 50s, those 60s, where they actually did have tag team wrestling, Godzilla would slide on his fucking tail and drop kick these motherfuckers. You'll love this. But I mean, yeah. I mean, it is what it is, man. And after -1, all Godzilla movies pale to this film, and it will until it's beaten. This is the way I'm looking at it.
That took less than like 4 minutes to get the first mention of -1. That's not bad.
I've been trying not to bring it to that, but I'm saying this -1 has ruined every Godzilla movie for me, like this, forever.
Yeah, any of the recent ones for
Yeah,
sure.
I mean,
-1 is
come on, I can go back and watch the OG. I can even watch the Americanized one with Raymond Burr. But I mean, fucking dude, -1 is magic.
Oh, okay.
-1 is fucking magic, and if you make that your start and build off of that, god damn, I'm in. God damn, I'm in, man. I can't wait. These, I'll see it once, and I'll never think of it again after tonight. I mean, I've wrestled holding on to the thoughts for this movie, because we saw it like at late night. I was way more into seeing that than I was to go to this. So I had to, again, that's how I kind of mashed up everything at the beginning. But I mean,
Right.
I don't like this King Kong at all. I'll say it. I don't like it at all. I don't like it at all.
Joseph here is mentioning it like Three Stooges style.
Yes, it's fucking vaudeville, man. It's so silly, but I don't know, dude.
I don't like that either. The fact that Godzilla has a toothache, and then like you mentioned, I guess something happened. He hurts his hand. I woke up. I see he's got like a metal brace on his hand. I'm like, what the fuck is that?
The ice monster.
And I'm like, you know what? I was at that point. I was just like, you know what? I don't care. He's got a brace on his hand all of a sudden. Great. He's got a super
something cool.
fist.
Yeah. Power fist. Just the way Godzilla's like, he beats somebody, then he just maxes out in a fucking coliseum. He's just all, you know what I mean?
I did see when Godzilla fell asleep in the Coliseum.
Yeah, dude. Like it's just, you know what? Where's the bowl of popcorn and a fucking big beer or something? You know what I mean? That's all it was missing, and a screen showing some kind of Godzilla's playing soccer or some shit. That's what it reminded me of.
He could have done the Al Bundy and had like one of these little things down his pants.
And Now, they brought people back from the last film. I didn't care about what they were doing. I didn't give a shit. I don't care about any of them.
I mean, they must be paying good money if Rebecca Hall. I love her. She is a wonderful actress. But she's
I hardly remember what they were
lowering herself for this.
Yeah, dude, what they were going on about is like, good Lord, we got to stop this thing. And it's like, it's out of your hands, man. And it's just, that's, you know what? I was even saying, like, just come on, get on with it. Let's go.
Well, Rebecca Hall, I don't know if you remember, was in Night House that we reviewed a couple years ago. Do you remember that one?
Yes, I do.
And I think I even said something about this is a
She's on her way.
incredible. This is an incredible portrayal of someone going through grief and loss. And it's a fantastic representation of that. I can fully get behind her character. I understand. I know her character. Here, it's just kind of like, and she's phoning it in completely.
How do you not phone it in? You're standing in front of a goddamn green screen for 15 hours a day, pretending to look at these things that aren't there.
Here's
Don't do
the
so
monster.
much.
Look at this ping pong ball. That's the monster's nose.
That's his eyes.
But yeah, I almost felt sorry for her in this. I mean, she's fine, but
You
it's
took
like,
the money. Take this. You take this punishment.
yeah, you take the money for sure. Now, hopefully, she does about 10 more superb, independent, lower budget films
In between
in the
before
next 4 years before the next one comes out.
Oh, because this motherfucker made a lot.
80 million domestic.
This is the $80 million domestic one? Yeah, okay.
Yeah. I was actually kind of shocked that this one made more, at least domestically, than Ghostbusters. But then I just realized that, not our audience, of course, but the majority of just the general movie-going audience. They like this. I'll say it. They like this bottom feeding shit.
I'm just saying, easily entertained. I mean, how do you want to put it?
Right. I was trying to find a way to put it
Nice.
as least offensive as possible.
This is eye candy.
There's probably somebody watching right now that's just like, I fucking love Godzilla X Kong, and I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
cool.
And
Cool.
I say, that's
Maybe
why I
that's
say,
right.
you, sir, or ma'am, are a person that likes those old style like that, those old school Ultraman, Johnny Sacco and his flying robot. Fuck yeah, man. If I'm in the mood for it, yes, I would, but I'd probably go watch even the last one, Godzilla versus Kong, because that one did have a couple of good moments, and it didn't really go quite so wrestling. God damn it, man. That was so stupid, man. You suplexed him on a fucking pyramid. What the fuck?
There we go. Rick says, I like this bottom feeding stuff too, Crank, but it's not a good movie. I had fun though. Yeah,
Right.
I had fun with it. It's not a terrible movie. If you go in with, you're going in for a spectacle for the eyes and the ears and no story.
And you're gonna get an hour power nap.
And you're going to get a nap.
I
Dude,
didn't.
I had just eaten like half of an entire dish of like a tater tot casserole I made. So fucking good and filling. And then I got there in the theater. I saw Godzilla take a nap in the Coliseum, and I was like, dude, I'm jealous. And I was done. I was out.
And that's the other thing. The whole Middle Earth thing, I guess you just gotta just let it go and go with this fucking wave, this comic book fucking tunnel wormhole you're gonna go in when you watch this movie. But I don't know. They did this shit, and that was like the Skull Island one where they started introducing that stuff.
Right.
It was like,
well, they had to give a reason for them to.
What is there left to do? What can they do now? I mean, aside from maybe there's a few other monsters. You already had Mechagodzilla. You have Ghidorah is already there. Mothra.
What else can they do to fight and destroy?
Right. I mean, I don't like the ally thing. I mean,
Oh no, they've got no. They're what is the terminology for wrestling when they're good guys?
face and heel.
Yeah. Okay. So they're face now. No, the next movie they'll be heels again. They may start as face in the next movie, but that one of them will turn. There will be a Hulk Hogan NWO moment.
How the fuck? What do you think they spent on the
Did I even use that right? Is that right?
Hulk Hogan? What?
A Hulk Hogan NWO moment?
Okay, yeah, there was a whole couple of those. So yeah,
Okay.
I
I'm
was
learning.
having a thought.
I'm learning.
What do you think they spent on special effects for this? Because we know what they spent on -1.
Oh, this was in tens of millions of dollars. Just
Why did it look like they spent tens of millions of dollars less than what they spent on -1?
Yeah. Okay. I
So
started
the
you on a
budget.
rant. So
Yeah, budget.
Talk about the budget while I stick my head outside.
I was amazed that I was going. There's no way this movie had what 8 times the budget of -1, and it still wasn't believable. I failed to acknowledge or believe that we can't match the quality of a $19 million total budget. I just refuse. What the fuck, man? These are the wrong people in charge of it. I would go right over there and hire those fucking guys and go, hey, come and work on the big film. Come over here and let's do that here. Huh? It probably would still cost less than what you spent on the fucking budget for this one. You kidding me? How does this look worse than that? I don't get it. I don't fucking get it. I don't get it. I won't get it. I refuse to get it.
Looks like it almost doubled its budget in the box office, so it's definitely doing well.
Oh,
no, it's making money hand over fist. But I'll use Joseph's comment here for part of it, though. He says this Godzilla movie was riding on the back of -1. I think the Godzilla high is still out there, and that's why it did so well. Now, but
great point.
Are people leaving the theater after seeing a subpar Godzilla X Kong movie compared to -1 and feeling that way? Are they feeling lost?
It has to. It has to. It's going to have the same effect. People are going to be disappointed. Now they're like, fuck Godzilla. That was shit. I'm never going to a Godzilla movie again. You know, I mean, unless I guess maybe they let me go see the Japanese version one of what they're making over there. It's like, fuck, man. That was. Sorry. They did it right.
Right. Right.
This was all fluff and puff.
Speaking of fluff and puff, Bill wants to know about Baby Kong.
I wasn't going to go there because I was never a fan of the baby Godzilla, Kazuki, or whatever the fuck his name was back then. Yeah, dude, no. And then he's the spoiler alert. That's the reason they win was because of that little asshole. So, yeah, I know.
I have nothing else to say about this movie, honestly.
I mean, listen. I'm gonna throw my score out right now because it's like this. The story is stupid. The characters are hollow, and you won't care about what they're trying to do. I looked at my phone 62 times watching this movie.
The one thing, and it's a common trope, and I get sick of these when I see them. I did kind of like the little girl, finding her clan, if you will, or her old tribe.
Okay,
I guess would be a better way to put it. But
that's their attempt to try to make it the heavy ending like that too, and it just
was cheesy.
Boom, fell on its face. Right?
Yeah, it was so cheesy.
Didn't work. It tried to train to Basanas, and it did not work.
All right,
and I'll finish my thought on it. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Again, it's that part of it you won't care about when it gets to the actual fucking fighting and the monsters start throwing down, and there are some vicious fucking fighting action. I will give it that. I mean, it's like, Jesus Christ, that's pretty fucking violent. That's how I want it. So, so that alone, your big monster fights and the destruction, I'm giving it a 5 because it's worth it for that.
I'm pretty sure that's where I landed on this too. You know what? I'll even give it a 5.5. Just to, it is better than average, but not by much.
It's better than Night Swim.
It's way better than Night Swim. The Americanized versions of these are just not impressing me at all.
I was trying, dude. I really tried. I mean, after the first couple of entries with this new universe, I was like, okay. I mean, at least I like this version of Godzilla. He looks pretty good. He's intelligent. I can go with that, but now it's ridiculous. And now that we've seen -1 and a real Godzilla on a rampage, oh yeah, that's what I want, and that's all I ever want again.
Folks, if you're looking for a current Godzilla movie to watch, -1, the way to go. Excellent movie. Heart, great writing, great performances. You gotta read because it is subtitled.
It's worth it.
But deal with it.
Hey, you read Train to Busan.
I did read Train to Busan.
This will keep you just as riveted.
Yeah. Christopher gives it a 5. Rick says there's nothing else to say. I did like it better than Ghostbusters though. 6.5. Wow.
Ooh. I get that though.
I see. Yeah, I can see that.
I get it.
Yeah. I mean, if you're just looking for,
there's a bit more action in Godzilla than there was Ghostbusters.
Oh, there's a ton more action in Ghostbusters. So, if you're looking for 2 hours of just special effects and that kind of entertainment, you'll enjoy it. Yeah, not for me.
10 times the budget, still looks worse than this one.
I mean, the effects aren't that bad in this.
It looks fine.
There are a couple of moments that I'm just like, ooh.
You must have been sleeping during the suplex, man.
I did not see the suplex. I'll watch it again. I'm gonna wait until it comes out. And I had the 3D glasses on, which I never can really see. My eyes get all twisted out of place whenever I watch a 3D movie. It's hard for me. So I didn't even think about it when I got the tickets. I knew I had this time period to see it in, and that was it. So
I don't even think they offered it non-3D where I was.
I didn't go to the IMAX one, but I mean, I'm sure honestly,
that might have been better. That would have helped.
I'm not sure the IMAX would have kept me awake, honestly, because I ate a shit ton of food.
Oh, that would have been funny as fuck, though. You wake up and you're just like, oh, fuck. You fall right out of your chair. You're just like, where the fuck? Where am I?
I almost did, dude. I almost did. But, luckily there were only like 6 people in the entire theater when I saw it. So, last film we're going to talk about. Yes, fuck yeah. Late Night with the Devil with the outstanding David Dastmalchian. Go, Ziggy.
Dude, I mean, the concept just sounded so appealing to me. We got a late night talk show host going to have, it seemed like an exorcism live on a Halloween night broadcast, which fucking cool. Sounded great to me. Not quite what that was, but I mean, it's so interesting how they shot this fucking movie. It is so neat. It plays like a behind the music. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Kind of give you the drug addict band.
I love the fact that they even include like the old style cards, like more to come. And,
oh yeah,
we're back.
It's so nice, and it's. I guess technically this is found footage in a way.
It is. Yeah.
This is the depiction. We got the broadcast. It never aired. This is what we got, and
well, no, it aired once.
It aired once, right?
Right.
This is It's not been edited since that night. Here we go. And they pop it up like that. And it's just cool, man. It's just a nice, tasty little fucking, it's found footage done with style.
Well, first off,
yeah,
David, fantastic actor.
This guy is, we've all loved him. The Dark Knight. He's the crazy schizophrenic mute that Harvey Dent is going to shoot. He's also in oh fuck. Go ahead.
He was in Boogeyman.
Boogeyman. Yes. Yes. More
Uh,
recent.
he's in a ton of stuff. He's been
in-
around for a while. It's just, he's one of those guys that A, you can't pronounce his name, and B, you don't remember his name a whole lot until
But you've
later.
seen him in everything. He's everything.
But you've
he's in.
seen him in a shit ton of stuff.
And now he's ascended to leading man. So
Finally.
yeah.
He's fantastic though. And this is a great role for him because it not only allows him to kind of play with his dark side, it allows him to play with his comedy, a little bit. And I fucking grew up watching Johnny Carson. I idolized that man. I loved what he did. And this is here comes the rain again. This is an ode to Johnny Carson for sure.
Oh yes. And that's what in this world he's up against Carson, the Tonight Show. He's trying to take down the Tonight Show, and he's the new kid. They signed him to a big deal, but then you start to see that he's got friends and like they're and what their Illuminati is in their world, So there's this whole other thread going on, and this is where I start to get a couple of problems with this movie because there's just not enough information there for what they're telling you and what plays out in this movie. I almost bet money that there's a prequel coming or a prequel somehow with this.
You think maybe they did like a Ty West?
Exactly like that.
They may have filmed it, but I haven't said anything about it yet.
There's no way. I haven't talked to you about this yet at all.
No, we haven't talked. Dude, I haven't talked to you since last Monday, asshole.
Right. Yeah. So, but I'm thinking, as intelligent fellows that we are, we can't. There was too much missed shit that's being mentioned. You're not shown. And so you're left there going, what the fuck are they talking about,
Well, but also keep in mind, that's an independent movie trick.
I get that, but... I get that.
Right.
I do get that, but...
Or
you know what I mean?
I do, and dude, I'd love to see more of this. And shot in the same style and everything?
Yeah.
Fuck, yeah.
We just like they took X... and then they did Pearl that way. You could have a regular movie shot out of this stuff with like filling in those questions.
The whole movie is shot in the old TV style.
Oh, that was annoying the shit out of me.
I loved that, dude. I thought that was great. It would be incredibly awesome is to get one of those old tube TVs and watch this movie on that.
Okay, that's neat. But
Dude.
I mean, do you really think that they needed to? I don't know. My screen, they had it. It was small. It was.
Yeah. Oh yeah. No, half the screen on the edges weren't used.
Yeah.
I thought that was wonderful, man.
It was a nice touch. That's what I'm saying. I go, dude, this is totally. Look at this. There's no HD. It's fucking all. It's fucking. This is it, man.
Yeah.
This is how it looked.
Yeah. This is a good fucking movie, man. I'll say this, and I was looking forward to this.
Original.
But I was a little skeptical about this because there's 1 or 2, 3 movies a year, I guess, that really stand out. I just kind of thought this was too early in the year for this to come out.
Bullshit. I think we needed a strong entry. We haven't had one yet. This is it. This is the first one that was pretty good. Like that was like, wow, I didn't walk out completely disappointed,
Yeah, but
even having a pretty high bar going in, I was like, this is going to be good. I was thinking that's usually the kiss of death.
Yeah, I enjoyed the shit out of this. The story, too, we can kind of get into that. They're basically doing a Halloween special on this Johnny Carson style talk show. And the main guest is a girl that is said to be possessed, that's being treated by a psychologist or a therapist of some kind. A parapsychologist, I guess.
By the way, he's reaching the end of his 5-year deal, and he needs a big ratings hit to get a renewal.
Yeah, his ratings have been slipping
Yeah.
in in the years previous. He's lost his wife to cancer the year before. And this girl that's possessed, and there's also a skeptic that's on the show that's trying to
a debunker
debunk everything. And there's also basically a charlatan, not mind reader, but telepath of some sort.
Yep.
And all of this is going on during a live production. And the one thing I really enjoyed, though, was, and they did this so well, when they did go to commercial, they had the cameras rolling. They had like other cameras rolling.
Yeah, it'd go to black and white too.
Right.
You know,
and it was almost like, like documentary footage of behind the scenes stuff. And I love the way they did that, and they melded it so seamlessly together in a way, because like I was saying about the cards, hey, we got to take a quick break. We'll be right back. Card would come up and then it would go to black and white, and you'd see, David running to talk to his producer about what the hell's going on. We got to fix it. Oh, well, this happened. Oh, well, shit. We can't talk about that. Don't tell anybody, it was great. And you have the other like production assistant running around every now and then. 2 minutes back to air. It was just so well done.
And then they finish up their little thing like, all right, we're gonna get there, and they're like, we're gonna talk about this after the show, and then it's all like, and we're back. They come back with the card, and just like fucking Letterman used to do and shit.
Yeah.
And Carson, of course.
And Carson.
Yeah. But just very, very cleverly shot.
Well, and it's a fairly original story,
I agree.
I mean, it's elements of stories that you've seen before, but the way it's told and the way it's packaged,
yeah, man,
very new.
It throws curveball after curveball, and again, though, a lot of things aren't really pointed at. I think there's a lot we haven't. There's something there with the cancer wife. There's something there with the therapist. There's something there.
Oh
yeah.
Well, they allude
Obviously,
to.
They have some kind of relationship, yes. But
they allude to the therapist.
Yes.
They don't spell it out, but they allude to it.
But this devil.
I didn't mind not knowing everything. I'll put it that way.
It's fine, but I thought we were going to get it all kind of. This didn't seem like a movie to me that was going to ever have a sequel or prequel or anything. But at the end, I was like, well, there's no other way they can fix this, without showing something.
Yeah. I mean, they could.
If that's the intent, if it's just to make, okay, if we're just going to pretend like this Illuminati thing doesn't exist and it had nothing to do with it, fine.
No, I think the Illuminati cult or style cult has maybe something to do with it.
I think it had all to do with it. I think it was he signed it all away, in my opinion. He agreed for a blood price.
Right. But
I don't get how
was the blood price his wife?
That's where I'm confused.
Was the blood price his career?
Do you get the 5 years? I'm saying it's all there, but it's there's too much, to put it to sort it out. There's too many choices there. Yeah. Definitely need to. I cannot wait for this to hit Shudder in a couple weeks.
Oh, I'll definitely watch this again.
Oh, fuck.
Almost immediately.
Oh, for sure.
Yeah, because I want to sit down and spend some time with this one. I wanted more in the theater. I get what you're saying.
We got layers here, dude, and I'm sure.
Yeah, this is definitely one of those movies that we missed shit while we were watching it.
For sure.
One time.
And I'm very tired this whole week here, so I very well may have been a little loopy when I saw it. It could be just me, but I don't think so, man, because I said I know. I was annoyed with this movie because we can't really. It's not going to show up on the 2024 fucking list because technically it had a showing at South by Southwest last year, a year ago in 2023 March. So
We may be able to make some kind of exception. I just, we
Yes.
agreed a while back that we
Yes,
were going to
but-
go by letterboxes.
I'm just
years.
saying, if we have a premiere, one showing at it's a big festival, granted, but
No, it had
how
multiple
was that
showings.
screening, Crank? What did you think of the screening at that time?
Hey, you know what, dude? I used to go to fucking South by Southwest every fucking year. So go.
Did you
fuck
go that
yourself.
year? Did you go
I
last
did not
year?
go that year because I
Okay,
stopped
that's
going.
my point.
I
Nobody saw
stopped
the
going
fucking
when
thing.
I wasn't covering music anymore. So go.
Here's
fuck
a
yourself.
brilliant movie, and now we're in this fucking weird zone where we can't fucking discuss it.
Dude, you think I'm not gonna start going to South by Southwest again just for the film festival anymore?
I can't wait to get in on that.
When we are
Yeah.
big enough to cover that
Kidding me?
shit?
Are you kidding me? I'm waiting for that.
Yeah.
Yes. Believe me, yes. But my point is, nobody was there that fucking could appreciate this fucking movie like this.
Oh
you know?
bullshit! Like all the horror mags were there.
It doesn't
all
make
the-
sense though.
All the major ones.
Why did it take a year and a month to make it out to any kind of release then at all? And why? I know Shudder picked it up and said, you know what? Somebody there went, hey, let's give this a run. They made the call.
Shutter's had it for
Yeah.
a year. They got it in South by Southwest. I think.
So if
they
it's
picked
just
up
them
that-
sitting on it, okay, that's on them then. That's not
Yeah.
a big deal. That's
But
still.
Late Night with the Devil releases on Shudder April 19th. If you don't have Shudder by then, you fucking should, because you need to see this movie. So, what would you rank this? What would you rate this one? We didn't give it a number yet, did we?
I know. I was thinking about that, and I mean, it's by far the best thing I've seen this year in horror, by far. I mean,
Where would it? Okay, if we were ranking it for last year's list, where would it rank?
I didn't even go. I know you did it. I didn't go and put it up against those films. You know,
I put it at number 9.
I'd have to look at my list.
I think I put it right above Renfield, if I'm not mistaken.
I'm gonna go ahead and say I'd put it between 5 and 8, somewhere in there. It would definitely bump off Cocaine Bear or whatever and that kind of shit.
I think I would put this just under Lisa Frankenstein, though, for me right now, for this year. So it would be number 2 on this year so far. I dug Lisa Frankenstein a lot, man. I'd give it the same score. I think an 8, but
Yeah, I think I like this a little bit better than Lisa Frank. I dug Lisa Frankenstein. That's still number 2, but yeah, this is
number 1 for you.
Yeah, for now it's top, and I also giving it an 8. It's an 8. 8 for me on Late
Very
Night
cool.
with the Devil. You guys are constantly bitching about originality. You're constantly bitching about a fresh approach on something. Fuck, you're getting it all with this, man, and it's cool.
Yeah, you get it, but you don't go see it. But you go fucking see Godzilla versus Kong for $80 million domestic.
Yeah.
You know,
what did this make? Do we know? Oh, it made 666,000
on one day.
Yeah, in one day.
On 2 Sundays ago. FaZe looked that up. I want to say it hit 10. I think it hit 10 or 12 million.
Well, there was
If I'm not mistaken.
about a dozen people in my theater when I saw it. So
I walked out with an older guy that watched it by himself too. There were, and I was just like, that was a pretty fun watch. He was like, yeah, it was all right. It was all right. I was like, all right. Yeah, I guess he didn't like it as much as I did, but
I just walked out going like, thank God this is coming out right away on Shudder, because I'm like, I want to get on this shit, study it a little bit just to see.
Yeah.
I want to know where it's coming from, because there's a couple angles here, and and again, maybe I missed a couple of other these obvious clues that some of the things that the devil says to him.
There may be more that we just we missed in the original showing. Yeah, did you get a box office on that?
Oh yeah, the box office is somewhere. It's tough to find. It's somewhere over 6 million. It's like 6.2 or 6.6.
I'm interested in this crew's crafting style. I hope they do more stuff off the path like this. I'm in.
Well, I'm worried about now. Are we going to get a lot of like copycats? Oh, we found this TV show from like the same station that used to run Wayne's World in Aurora, Illinois.
I'll accept a few of those, but you know what I mean? what else can you do here? You can't really do like, at least you can't have it. Well, maybe you can have the exorcism because they never really did that kind of thing. You just got to talk to the devil here. That was what the whole thing was, an interview with the devil.
One last time, got to thank our members. Phase, you're going to get covered up a little bit, so whatever. Special thanks to our final girls and guys. Well, you, for one, Chris, Lorena, BD, and Tyrone. Our Crazy Ralphs, Dr. Smiley, Rick, and Raymond. And our camp counselors, 42nd Street Pete, Corey, Luke, Michigan Dave, Jimmy and Rachel, Stacy Lynn, Orlando, Patricia, Kristen, and JJ. Thank you, guys.
It's just another